Boxers can bot and botters can box, but boxing is not botting, nor is botting boxing. I still see a lot of people complaining in game, on forums, threads, comments, you name it. It leads me to believe that people may be slightly confused as to what the difference is between botting and boxing. So I just want to go through them quick, cover them at the various levels of use. The best way to start this off is we're just going to straight up ask ChatGPT what the definitions are so that we have something to start with. And I'll just read this quick to you. In online MMOs, botting refers to the use of automated programs or bots to perform repetitive tasks within the game without human intervention. And of course, we know what they can be used for: farming, leveling up characters, completing quests. It is considered a form of cheating, yada, yada, yada. Botting is the use of software without human intervention. Take something like Macroquest, for example. Macroquest is a piece of software that can be used to bot, but using Macroquest is not botting. If you are at your computer actively on that character and you're running something even like Kiss Assist and you put in the script, maybe you're not fast enough to cast emergency heals on your cleric. So you have something in the script that says any member of the group goes down to 30%, cast a heal, and the whole other time you're sitting there chatting, playing, buffing. You would never know that somebody is using Macroquest because it has that human intervention, that human component of it. So although just using it in that fashion is not necessarily botting, it is still considered cheating. It is still the use of a third-party software, which is illegal. And then on the other hand, multi-boxing simply is the practice of playing multiple accounts simultaneously. So that can be done using multiple computers, multiple instances of the game on a single computer, which is not allowed on TrueBox. TrueBox has to be a separate computer. So people that are boxing on these new TLP TrueBox servers have multiple computers. And this can be done by doing it manually, straight up human interaction, or you can use software to assist you. Anytime you're using third-party software with Everquest that gives you some advantage or assists you in the game, it is considered cheating. So for some reason, people seem to get this confused all the time. They see somebody 5 or 6 boxing and call them botters or think that they're cheating. Not necessarily the case. You can have somebody on a single character running Macroquest unattended, considered botting because there's no human intervention. And it would be so much less obvious that you may not actually know that they are botting, but oftentimes this is done in a similar fashion to camping somewhere with a mage and leaving your mage pet to kill things. Unattended gameplay is also illegal. By definition, leaving your character logged in with the mage pet by itself, although is allowed in-game or a mechanic of the game, is actually considered botting because you're not there. If you leave your mage up on a camp and walk away, you're botting. But it's kind of confusing because it's part of the mechanic built into the game. So most likely you'll catch a ban or a suspension for unattended gameplay. Everquest requires you to be at your computer for all of the gameplay, or that you are AFK in a safe spot in the zone, not interacting with mobs. And when GMs do come and check to see if you were AFK or botting or using some type of software to automate and you're not actually there, they send you a tell, and it's relatively quickly that if you do not reply, you're going to catch an auto ban. Even if you reply, they still may have detected something and you still might catch a suspension. So just because somebody is 6 boxing, 12 boxing, 24 boxing does not mean that they are botting. However, the more characters you play, the higher likelihood that you need some type of third-party software, whether it's something like Multiplicity, you send multiple keystrokes to multiple computers in order to even have a chance at playing those characters efficiently. If you were to play 24 characters manually, I don't care how fast you are. If you have 24 mice and 24 keyboards up there playing the legitimate way, you're probably playing all those characters like 5 to 10% of potential. So the setups like I have with Multiplicity that you've seen in my other videos, the setups that people using Macroquest, that is done to increase the efficiency of the characters that you are boxing. So you can legitimately box as many characters as you want without botting or using third-party software. And on the other hand, it only takes one character to bot. And you may not even know that people are using things like Macroquest or some type of assisted gameplay. They could be in group chatting with you. They may only be in group chatting with you and their character is just playing based off scripts. They're just hanging out, so they're not even actually playing the game, but you'd never report that player. You'd say they're a good healer, they're always on top of their buffs. You would have no idea that they're botting. The thing is, when they have that type of setup where they're only playing 1 or 2 characters and they're using something like Macroquest, is they could get up and go make a pizza. They could take a bathroom break. They could pretty much do anything. They could be watching TV and just checking on it. And nobody will ever report that player unless it becomes so obvious that either the script breaks, the Macroquest breaks, or maybe your group moved and you're still standing there. Like things like that, you'll never even know that someone is actually botting. So I was watching JTG Gaming a couple days ago, and he does a little funny take on it. which the whole video was good with his take on Teak, but I just want to show you a little bit of clip that kind of puts it into perspective, because a lot of the boxers that are doing it legitimately are getting harassed on the TLP servers because people don't actually understand what true box means and what botting means.
But the problem is, I haven't really 5-boxed much in the past year, so I'm kind of rusty.
Cheater!
What?
You're botting. That's against the rules. You're cheating.
And there are the various levels, like I had mentioned, where you can be using something like multiplicity, keyboard duplicators, or synchronizers, any other type of software, whether it's the Joy to Key with the rapid fire controllers to help assist. And you could be automating some of the gameplay, but still they're actively playing. And that is not botting, because if you are present, it is just using third-party software to cheat. Now, maybe there's not a big difference between cheating and botting for you.
I'm not automating anything.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I've been playing Everquest for 25 years, but I think I know a bot crew when I see one.
But I guarantee you, maybe not on the Teak server since Macroquest has been largely banned, but I'm sure people have found a way around it, that you have grouped with people playing one character that's been botted. Because if you really think about it, that would be the easiest way to go. Launch Everquest, get a group, launch your software to play the game for you. Everything's scripted, check back in on it and watch some TV. There are people like that among you, and they're actually using software to automate the gameplay. They are present, so you would never know that they're botting. And so you would never report them, but the multi-boxers for sure have to be present unless they're running a really big bot farm, which would be kind of obvious. And yet you're giving them shit. Whether you multi-box or not, entirely up to you. But I just want to say, let people do what they want to do in the game. Don't assume everybody's cheating just because they're boxing. And
leave Brittany alone!
Play the damn game. On Teak TLP, it is a true box server. You have the ability to buy some $100 mini PCs off Amazon, which I have a video on. Play as many characters as you want. You do not want to do that, that's fine. But somebody else might. Somebody else might find enjoyment playing multiple classes at once. Somebody else might find enjoyment being self-sufficient, so they have their own groups, whether they're playing 2, 3, their own group. This game's 25 plus years old. Let people do what they're going to do. And if they're minding their own business and not interfering with you, just leave them alone, honestly. So if you're interested in seeing how people are cheating on TLP servers or were, you can check out this video. And if you're looking to get into multi-boxing, I also have that video for you here.
We got P99, we got TLP, we got private servers and test that's free. Some of us pay, some of us don't, some of us play, some of us won't.